How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm going to keep this intro short. Today's video is going to be all about the Harbor Freight ROADSHOCK Edge 4 lights. I'm going to show you guys the process of mounting these lights on my truck, creating a fully custom wiring harness and connecting it to my aux beam switch panel. And then at the end, I'm going to show you guys these lights at night and talk a little bit about their performance. I hope today's video will be helpful for you guys. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. So these are the ROADSHOCK 4 LED lights. I got 4 of the spot lights. I was originally going to do 2 of their flood version and 2 of the spot version, but the floods have been out of stock for forever. Even the spots, it took me 3 months to get 4 of these, and that was I had to go to 3 stores. I had to drive to Portland to get the last 2. The floods I still can't find anywhere, so I just decided that I'd rather have lights and have them be spots than not at all. So yeah, I'm excited to test these out because I've heard good things about them. So I have to say, for the price, I'm very impressed already. The quality of both the brackets and the lights just feels top notch, and it's pretty impressive considering these are $104 each, when their competitors, the Baja Design LP4s, are, I want to say, $450. So quite a bit cheaper here, but it doesn't feel like I'm sacrificing anything. You also get all of the hardware that you pretty much need, including a pretty big bolt and a nut with a nylon locker. So it seems like so far Harbor Freight did not cut any corners when putting these lights together. I got one light mounted here. That's what it looks like without the black protective cover. You can also throw on a yellow cover if you want it to be a yellow light, which is super cool. Now I'm going to go ahead and mount the other 4. It's just the same exact process. I'm going to show you guys a picture now of what it's like outside, because it smells like a campfire out here. Unfortunately, the wildfires in Bend right now are really bad, and it is very, very smoky, so not as fun to be outside when it smells like this, but the lights aren't going to install themselves, right? Alright, so all the lights are mounted, and the next step is to do all of the wiring. I'm pretty much doing custom wiring for this. You can buy a wiring harness, but with the aux beam setup and the fuse box and everything that I have, I'll have to make this custom. So I went ahead and got some 12 gauge wire. I'll show you guys a breakdown of the screen, but I did the math and figured out that 12 gauge it's a little bit overkill. You probably could get away with 14, but because I'm going to be splicing 2 of the lights together, so there's going to be 1 switch for 2 lights, I decided to go up a gauge and go with 12. All 12 gauge wire, that's what we're going to be using, and yeah, this is going to be a little bit of work to get this all wired up and together. Alright, so here we have these nice pigtails. These are awesome because lots of cheaper lights don't have these, so this makes it really easy to replace a light in case one ever breaks, because all you have to do is disconnect the little connector here. So basically what my plan is to wire the 2 outside lights together and then wire the 2 middle lights together. So I'll have 2 switches, 1 for the middle lights and 1 for the outside lights. So red wire is the high beam and white is the low beam. We're just going to connect these together. Black is ground and the yellow is the daytime running light. So we'll have to connect the red and white wires from the outside lights together and then do the same on the middle. So what I'm doing here is cutting and labeling just basically extensions of the pigtails that come off the lights. I'm just extending all of the wires to basically 1 point, and that's where I'm going to start connecting them and joining them all together. So for example here, light 4, I have this positive red wire from light 4. And that's going to extend to kind of right around here at the headlight area. And then I also have this other wire that's also red and it says 1+, so this is the positive for light 1. And you can see it's a lot shorter, but what you'll notice is that they both kind of end up right here in the headlight area. So what I'm going to do is solder this one on light 4, run the positive wire to this kind of area, solder this shorter one on light 1 and run it to the same area. And then right here in the same area, that's where I'll solder these two together, turn it into one wire, and then from here run it up to the fuse box as one. So I'm going to do that for the positive, the ground, and then the daytime running lights. And then I'll do the same thing. It's the same idea for the second and third light as well. Just wiring them all to one spot, joining them all together, and then from here it's just two clean wires going up to the fuse box. So I have all of these wire extensions now. These are just, again, extending the pigtails. Now I'm going to bring everything inside and start soldering this all together. So I know this looks like a mess, but this is all of our pigtails and extensions so far. Now it's time to start connecting these together. So we're going to connect the number 1 light to the number 4 light and the number 2 and 3 lights together. So that's the next step. But this is what we've created so far. I just finished heat shrinking everything, so it looks a little bit better and cleaner. And yeah, that's where we're at. Alright, so that was a bit of work, but we soldered up everything, all of the extensions from the pigtails. So right now I just have the 1 and 4 pigtails plugged in. And I soldered the ground and the positives together so that basically these lights are going to turn on together as a pair. And I ran them both to right about here, just this area. So what we're going to do now is measure out some wire and cut some extensions to go from here all the way up and to our fuse box up there. We got the second and third lights here. This is where they plug in, and these ones are going to be connected, so this is where they go to 1 power and 1 ground, and we're just going to add extensions to this now to run up to the fuse box. Okay guys, so it's 1 a.m. and this is the wiring harness that we have created. This thing looks crazy. I did not expect it to be this much wiring to power 4 lights, but this is what it is. And I think the plan now, obviously I'm going to clean this up, but I think for now the plan is to plug this in and to go ahead and connect the power to our fuse box and hopefully see if these lights work. So we have 3 kind of wires to connect up here. We have 1 for the 2 outside lights, 1 for the middle lights, and 1 for the daytime running lights. So I'm just going to start with the 2 outside lights. We have power and ground for those, and just connect those to the fuse box. Let's go! That is awesome. These things are so bright. Dang. Okay, sweet. I am going to do the same thing, connect the positive and negative for the 2 middle lights. to the fuse box, and then the last thing we'll do is the daytime running lights. Alrighty guys, well, I'm very happy to say that everything seems to be working. We did a lot today between the two front spotlights, the outside spotlights, the daytime running lights, adding the aux beam and wiring that up to the interior, adding the auxiliary fuse box and the mount for that. I still have a mess, a rat's nest of wires here, but it's very late. It's like 1:45 now, so I figured that I will just deal with this in the morning. So we'll work on that more tomorrow. I just wanted to see if everything was working, and it seems like it is. So I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll continue cleaning this up and wrap up this project. Good morning guys, day 2 now. I am back at it. Got a solid 6 hours of sleep, and we're here to try and finish this up. So today's goal is just to clean everything up because I still have a rat's nest of wires. So this is a mess, and I'm trying to organize it, but I think I just need to start wrapping things, starting from one end to hopefully help clean it up. So that's what I'm going to start doing, is just using some electrical tape to kind of wrap this up and clean it up a little bit. Alright, it's starting to look a lot better. Pretty much got the 4 lights all taped together, so all of the wires leaving the lights. You can see this is where they go, the 4 lights here. And now we just gotta tape together all of these extensions. These are all the wires up here that go to the fuse box. So another reason that it's really important to start by taping the smaller groups together is here at the end I have 2 positive wires and 2 grounds. Now this white wire here is actually a ground. I ran out of black wire. And if you don't start by taping the smaller groups together, now you don't know which positive goes to which ground and which ground goes to which positive. I'm gonna twist these 2 wires together at the end and do the others as well, just to make it clear which positive goes to which ground. But alright guys, so our harness is pretty much done. I covered everything in wire loom or whatever this stuff is called, and I'll pull it off and show you guys now. And I just finished up doing the electrical tape. Here is a look at the harness now. I am very happy with how this looks. Super clean, barely any exposed wires, and I think it's just gonna fit nicely and look, yeah, just look clean in the truck. So. Alright, so I have everything connected up here. Everything should be plugged in. Daytime running light is this white wire on the ends. And then we have both positive and negative for the middle lights and the outside lights, just like how we wired it and how you guys have seen this whole time. Now we're going to go to the aux beam switch panel on the inside and make sure all of these lights work. So that was a quick look at the Harbor Freight lights at night, and I just want to quickly wrap this video up by talking a little bit about my experience with these lights. First of all, like I said earlier in this video, the quality of these lights just feels very well built, even for a more budget-friendly light option being at around $100 per light. It still feels like these lights are durable. The mounting hardware and the brackets included with this light are all very nice. Along with build quality, just the light performance is actually pretty impressive. As you guys saw in the video compared to just my stock headlights, with the Harbor Freight lights, they are so much brighter, significantly brighter. One of the most impressive things for me too was how much of an angle these lights kick out at. When I'm looking out my window, both on the passenger side and the driver's side, with these lights turned on, it's very bright directly to the side, almost 90 degrees for me. So I thought these lights would definitely be more forward facing, but with kind of the side lights they have as well, it's a super wide beam that you get. Overall though, I really don't have a lot of negative things to say about these lights. They're built nice, they're very bright, and they're a quarter of the price compared to some of their competitors like the LP4s. So that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's a great free way to help support my channel, and I really do appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.